As a patient diagnosed with PAH and an accompanying heart diagnosis, I experience ongoing fear and anxiety related to disease progression and prognosis. Are there ways to know what the future holds for someone living with PAH?
We've all been here before that has been diagnosed. And you're right, there are no guarantees. And I wish we had the future ball to be able to, understand what the future might hold for us and how it looks different than the future that we had in our mind. And I think that can mess us up sometimes the most is I was planning and visualizing this kind of life, and now this has happened. And I think the most important thing that took so long for me to understand is there is no normal. Um, there are multiple realities that people are dealing with all the time, and this is one of them. And I think the best thing you can do is that worked for me is to keep seeing your therapist and keep working through these really difficult emotions because this is your brain trying to understand something really difficult and your heart trying to understand something really difficult. And keep doing things every day that make you happy and working through these really difficult emotions. Um, and I hope that is somewhat helpful, but there is no normal. And um, don't so much visualize and focus on this is the life I wanted, and now I can't have that because those this diagnosis and the life you wanted, it's totally possible for those things to coincide, and it just may not feel like that right now.
And I think the only thing that I would add is that often, um, working through those emotions, but also in the setting of what I'm hearing is sort of a loss of control. And at least from my perspective, a way to try to gain back some of that control is to understand this disease, understand and become educated, make sure that you're talking with your provider about, where am I right now? What is our goal and where how do we get there? Because those are meaningful, manageable, small steps, as opposed to what is this huge question you're asking. And sometimes it's just a day by day, bit by bit, to get to a point where you're starting to feel as though you have that control back in your life.